excuse to get to warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on last year's national champion, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for space. It's Winton. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
Yeah, the basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Osborne. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll try the right side. Runs through the tackle.
There's just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Hauls it in.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Working that left side now. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Newt Rockne had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push and just so many great games in this matchup. Every year it seems like the game means a lot. And obviously, Palmer, you add a trophy, it just gets way better.
It's like the greatest players to ever do it. I mean, Joe Montana for Notre Dame, Marcus Allen, his Heisman Trophy with the Trojans, and you're right. We could go on and on and on, and it always seems like those guys play their best games in this rivalry classic.
gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. He makes the grab. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Convert that third down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
You do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, that you watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down. You throw the quick timing slant. Now they settle in. We're good. We got this.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Trojans! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. The opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rodney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted this, same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Leaves it with the running back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on third and short. Here we go, here we go. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Woodhead. Moves away as he feels pressure. Going to try to get it himself. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, It's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying to get the corner. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Back to pass. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. There he goes. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game for him.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He might want another play. To the air, it's Woodhead. Quickly complete. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
After that last completion, it's second down. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
What a great deep pass down the sideline. The receiver makes a really good catch. Almost gets in the end zone, but still set up for a good position to score a touchdown on these next couple plays.
Now on first and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. On the option. Now the pitch. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
It looks like the offense just had the defense confused on that option play. Nobody accounting for the pitch man. The running back able to walk in.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Defense not showing press coverage. Oh, they're after him. Takes a hit as he fires.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up. But he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And down he goes back at the 3.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here come the Irish back on offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Gets rid of it. Plucks it out of the air. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Direct snap. Hard running there. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The inside handoff. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the 1st down.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Pulls it in. It's Browning. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's in open space downfield. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Snap it to the back. This time, stopped in the backfield and finding the sliding a little tougher than on that last run. Well, it just seems as if that ISO play just never really had a chance to develop.
Yeah, but if I'm that running back, good Lord, I'm looking for something. There wasn't any space on the inside, so he tried to bounce it outside and try to make a hole. But sometimes you just run that thing downhill, lower your shoulder, try to get a yard or two, and you bounce outside, you get a loss, and put your offense in a worse situation.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Quarterback now breaking the field. And they're not on the same page there.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Woodhead. Quarterback extends the play, and he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab on the left. Oh, he's got some space. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. To the air on 1st down. Boom. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Going to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Here's a heat. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to return it. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air. It's Woodhead. Pressure coming. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. This time it's complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Trojans will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. It's working. Why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Give to the running back. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Looking downfield on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Here comes the offense back onto the field. Looking to pass. It's Woodhead. Under fire. Makes the grab on the left side. Off and running. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good position.
He wants to take the top off. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Trying to take it back.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Throws it out in space. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Back has it. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a third down.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
All right, you've now tried running the ball down here a couple times. It hasn't worked. What are you going to do on fourth down? Are you settling for a field goal? Or you've got to play in your back pocket to go get you 6?
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on fourth and goal from the 1. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Back to throw, it's Day. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Irish! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. Looks like he's going to bring it out. And the ball is loose on the return. Corralled by the kicking team.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense when you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. And a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's caught downfield. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. On the option. He'll pitch it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Woodhead. Big fella moving. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Trying to pound it in. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
3rd and goal, the offense still trying to run the football here, and how about the individual effort up front by this defender, getting penetration and now setting up 4th down.
Fourth and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Quarterback keeps it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that 4th down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback...
Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
And they'll set up with a free kick from their own 20. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Dropping back, it's Woodhead. Rifles it down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
QB overthrowing an open guy like that, that is just a kick in the... for this team.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Might be calling a hot route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Returner goes out of bounds.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Makes the grab down the left side. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wants to throw on first down. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to adjust the pattern. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. This time it's complete. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Snap to the back. There he goes. Once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Pac-12 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and now it's a final. Auburn escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Tigers fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Pac-12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Pocket breaking down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And it's his 4th interception of the game. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Notre Dame! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Dude,
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Second down, he'll throw it. Finds the tight end. Turning it on! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking left. Got a man. It's Browning. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got...
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch, who's really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And he throws another interception. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
That's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a micro...
Oh, he's got some space. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few. Still some work to do for the first down. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Look out, he's got room. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that jeweled shillelagh.
The Irish doing what they need to do. Every year we look forward to this game. The hype. Does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Palmer.
Touchdown Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What a game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how big this game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go. And they have looked good. And I think the Jewel Shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Looking downfield on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jerseys?
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great...
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Looking to throw. He makes the grab in the end zone for the two. They're still down huge, but just working on execution. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
From the gun, the ground game. And he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Clock is all zeros, and time has expired here. After a hard-fought victory, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame have won the right to take home the coveted weapon of Gaelic combat, the jeweled shillelagh. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.